And welcome to Buy You Time. On a very sad note, we're here to report the death of the former police chief right here in Houma, Charles Farmer. And I can honestly speak on a personal level before I read some of his obituary to you that as a young reporter back in the 80s, I had the privilege, and I say privilege, of going and do news stories with Chief Charles Farmer. He was quite a character. He had a great sense of humor. I would spend an hour in his office supposedly interviewing him sometimes, only to come out in the hallway and all the other lieutenants and captains wanted to know what took us so long to do the interview. Well, we only talked on camera for about 5 minutes. After that, he would play country music. He would reach over, hit his cassette player, and tell me, "Martin, have you heard this song yet?" And if I heard it, well, he would play a little part of it. If I didn't hear it, he'd play the whole thing. Then he'd put another cassette in, and he would play another song. He loved music. He loved to sing. He had a very laid-back personality. They had a ping-pong table at the police station. He let lieutenants and captains run the department. He was the chief. Quite simple. Let's read some of the obituary on the former chief of police. And we'll bring up his picture. There you have it, Charles Farmer. He was a member of the City of Houma Police Department from February 5th, 1962 to February 5th, 1987, and retired as chief of police. He also served in the United States Air Force, where he met his wife, Joan, of 63 years. They were just a few weeks shy, by the way, of 64 years on April 4th. The chief's hobbies were playing golf with his sons, hunting and fishing with his friends. He enjoyed cooking, researching, and making preparations for anything and everything. He loved his family immensely and wanted them together often. He loved to travel and wanted vacations to be family-filled. The more, the merrier. He was a true believer of the value of God, family, and country. Charles had a fierce love of God and a strong conviction with his Catholic faith. He was an active member of Maria Immaculata in Houma and a member of the Acts Catholic-based men's retreat. He attended the men's retreat of Maria Immaculata with his grandson Kagan. Charlie, as most called him, definitely stood up for what he believed in. He loved and was loved by his wife, children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. A valued man that will be missed by all. But of course, the family says, this is not goodbye. You prepared us with your guidance and direction to continue here on earth until we meet again. As I told you, I had a chance in the mid-'80s to sit down with the chief. And the first occasion, we talked about hurricane coverage and looting. So let's roll that in.
Looters are at their peak, taking everything in sight and ripping small businesses apart. We talked with Chief Charles Farmer of the Houma Police Department, and he tells us how to prevent looting in our small business.
They're at their peak. Even burglars tend to get off the streets.
What are the major items of theft during a hurricane?
Looters will take just about anything from groceries to whiskey. It's more or less a crime of opportunity. Whatever window happens to be broken and whatever they think they can get away with.
What are the usual security measures that small business owners use in preparing for a hurricane?
To people who have burglar alarms, and of course they are effective to some extent during the storm, but they do tend to be affected by high winds and water.
What areas are more susceptible to crime during a storm?
That would be your business areas, your shopping centers, your downtown districts, anywhere where you have a lot of glass, where you're going to have glass breakage from the high winds. And
when you, as the police chief, get a call which says a storm is approaching, it'll be in this area within 48 hours, what are your steps in preparing the police department for an emergency disaster?
We call all available personnel out, and we put all available units on the road with increased patrol before and during the first part of the storm and immediately after the storm. We're looking for damages, broken glass, where theft and looting might be a problem. We're looking for down wires. We're looking for obstructions of like trees and then this type of thing blown into the highways, and just in general assess the damage within the city of Houma so that we can take immediate steps to get it cleaned up and get everything back to normal.
Obviously, that interview was a long time ago, but I told you he was very laid back. But then once he retired from the Houma Police Department, he gave it a shot running for sheriff. Let's roll in that commercial.
People keep asking me why I want to be sheriff of Terrebonne Parish. I decided that since a picture is worth 1,000 words, I would just show you. My name is Charlie Farmer. This is my grandson, Cody. I am dedicated to giving him a place in which to grow up, where a stranger is more likely to offer a kid Coca-Cola than cocaine, where grass is cut in the yard, not smoked in the school. Won't you help me make our parish a safe place for all the little Codys? On October the 24th, vote for Charlie Farmer and your children.
Certainly, Charlie Farmer will be missed. I'll miss that laid-back approach. Once again, let's bring up the retired chief's picture if we could. And our condolences certainly go out to Miss Joan and 4 sons, Dwayne, his wife Christina, Charles Farmer II, his wife Sherry, Jamie Farmer, his wife Beth, Joey Farmer and Cheryl, and his daughter Lisa, and all of his extended family, which is quite a few. God bless you, Charlie Farmer.